This video is about a moving average crossover strategy tested with highest quality tick data with variable spread. Hi traders, so in today's video I will show you a really simple and profitable moving average crossover strategy that you can learn very quickly. I tested this strategy in MT4, so I will show it to you as well at the end of the video, and I will explain the statistics of the strategy. So every trade that I will show you as example in TradingView are trades that I haven't just draw to the chart, but I actually coded the strategy into an EA, a robot, and I tested that robot in MT4 with 99.9% Dukascopy tick data with variable spread and slippage. So these trades are real trades that this strategy did and not just some bullshit. Let's start. So it is, as I said, a moving average crossover strategy, and it is actually pretty easy to learn. As you see, I already drew this trade to the chart because this will be our first example trade in TradingView. So what is the strategy? The strategy is based on 2 entry conditions and 3 exit conditions. So first, let's see the entry conditions. The first is really simple. Basically, we have I show it to you, a 34 period simple moving average, and we have an 82 period simple moving average. It is the blue line in the chart on the chart. Second, we will need 2 other moving averages, but first I show you what is the first condition. Now here I have to tell you that you have to follow all the conditions because this is real trading. So if you don't follow all the conditions that you established as rules to your trading strategy, you will fail miserably in trading because you are trading against big banks, hedge funds and pro traders, so you have to be disciplined as they are. So, and you have to be just smart enough to actually make it in this business. So follow every rule that you establish and don't break your own rules, because then you lack the real capabilities to be a professional trader. So first, what we need is that the first moving average, which is the 34 one, has to be below the 82 period moving average. This is a sell trade, and it is quite obvious, and so here I show you the sell entry and sell exit rules. Now if you take a look at it closer, I show it to you that right there this rule is perfect. The condition is great because the blue line is below the red line. So okay, our first condition is good to go. Let's see our second condition. Now our second condition will be a crossover, and basically we will need 2 other moving averages, 2 different moving averages. The first is a 41 period simple moving average, and the second is a 107 simple moving average. Now we will take this trade if the first condition met the second condition at the same time. So we already seen that the first condition is great. We can check it. It's okay. We can take this trade based on the first condition. Let's see the second. So second condition is that the 41 period simple moving average has to cross below the 107 simple moving average. And as you see, it just happened right here. So here we could actually take that trade. and so it is our entry. I will check it one more time, because if you you just have to check all your trades a couple of times, so you won't make stupid mistakes that will blow your account. So yeah, this is a perfect trade for us. We can actually take it, and now let's see how it worked out. So we took this trade here, and see, it was almost a perfect point. There are many great trades with this strategy that I will show you at the end with the MT4 test, but now this example is, I think, a pretty good example, because in this video series I don't want to just bullshit you. What I want is to tell you real strategies, because I see that many Forex YouTubers just show you the perfect entry and exit points, so they will show like this. And the problem is that, okay, I could show you that, but I could just draw up a strategy with 100 trades, and I can say that this is the perfect strategy, and I can show you trades like this. But the reality is that if you want to be a consistently profitable trader, you have to establish a system and accept that it won't be perfect. And sometimes you will have to wait and be patient, because this is the way to actually be profitable in the markets. It's completely normal. So now let's see the exit rules. The exit rules are pretty simple. First, I will tell you the conditions that are filters to the strategy and are really important. Now, the first filter is that you can only close a trade. It is really, really important. It is for sell and buy trades as well. If from the entry point, so from here, 1000 minutes has passed, and it means that basically you will have multiple exit possibilities with the crossover condition that I will show you. These are really simple as well as the entry rules, and it is really important as well to follow all the conditions. So let's start with the filters. Now, what are filters? Filters are not the conditions, but actually some additional tools that you can use in your trading to make it more profitable. And I tested thousands of strategies and coded thousands of EAs, literally. And what I have seen that these simple rules are so beneficial for almost every strategy that I started to use them to make really simple strategies better and actually profitable. So let's see. The first condition is that you have to wait 1000 minutes after the entry of the trade. Why is that important? Because if you take a look at the charts, just most of the chart is made out of noise, and you have to filter out the noise to actually see where the market will be going and how it will react to certain situations, news, and how to tell with indicators where the market will be going. And if you take all the trades at all crossovers, it just won't work, because you will miss the good trades, and you will take all the unnecessary bad trades, and almost every strategy will be unprofitable this way. But if you have the discipline to wait and be patient and wait a couple thousand minutes after the entry of the trade, and until then, that time you can't open one more trade or two more, you can't open any more trades, and you can't close the trade. So it is really important, and you can only close the trades before that. It is just one rule if it hits your safety stop loss, but you can't close it with your dynamic exits. This is really important. So this is the first condition. The second condition is that you have to have a safety stop loss. I recommend a safety stop loss for this strategy from 50 to 150 pips, anything that is comfortable for you between that range. And our condition is a crossover condition as well, as we had with the entry parameters. So now I show it to you. Our first parameter will be a simple moving average, of course, and it is 44 period. And our second parameter will be a 217 period simple moving average. And we can close our trade when the 44 period SMA crosses below the 217 period SMA. And as you see it here, it just crossed below. So there we can close our trade, because of course the market haven't hit our safety stop loss, because we have a good strategy and the market was in our favor, and the 1000 minutes or 2 or 3000 minutes, somewhere between that range, passed. So we have all the necessary things to actually close our trade. And before this, we haven't had a good opportunity to close it based on this strategy. And it is really important to stick with your strategy, because that is the only way to maintain profitability in the markets. Even if sometimes it requires patience, as it required patience with this trade, because if you could just close the trades here or here or here, but you can't do it, because then you will close your trades everywhere with every trade, and you will go insane. Your emotions will kill you, and you will kill your account, and that is not the goal at all. So one more thing that I want to clear, that this 1000, let's say 1000 minutes, means that after 1000 minutes you don't just close your trades immediately. It means that after 1000 minutes you will able to close your trade if the condition, the crossover condition, happens. So this is a really important additional part. Now I will show you the buy, entry and exit rules. And it is really important to know that it is an asymmetrical strategy quite a bit. That means that I don't use the same parameters and conditions for the sell entry and exit rules and the buy entry and exit rules, because that way the strategy would be just more endangered by the big banks, hedge funds and stop loss hunters and every kind of entities that want to kill small traders, or retail traders. And so every parameter is a really carefully created one, and I recommend to use these parameter numbers for your entry and exit rules for the sell and buy trades. Let's see. The rules are pretty simple and really similar to the sell, entry and exit rules. This trade is also a trade that was taken by the robot that I tested the strategy with, and it is really, I think it is a really good trade. As you see, I don't want to bullshit you. I haven't put the end here and told you that this is the perfect strategy and stuff, but I actually did what I wanted to do, and that is real trading. So I put the real trade to the chart. That is not perfect, but it is still more than 150 pips profit and a good trend following trade. So I am really proud of it, and it was a good trade. So I just want to show you realness, because that is rare. Now let's see. Our first buy entry condition is a really simple one, and that is a crossover. When a 6 period simple moving average crosses above a 142 period simple moving average, we have our first condition that is good and ready to go. And as you see it here, I will show it to you. And this is what my robot triggered and took this trade here. This happened. If you look at it closer, it is a perfect crossover. So this condition is good for us. Now let's see the second condition. The second condition is an above condition. So we have a 34 period simple moving average, and we have a 127 period simple moving average. And our condition is that the smaller simple moving average has to be above the bigger simple moving average. And here it is perfect for us, and actually there isn't too much noise and stuff, so we could take this trade. And luckily we took this trade because it is a really great one in my opinion, and I really enjoyed it because it was just a good trend following trade with not much emotional ups and downs. And of course we have our great exit conditions, so we can actually manage to be sane and don't go crazy and blow the account. Let's see the buy exit conditions. We have three conditions. The first condition is really familiar, because that is that we have to wait until after the entry and until 1000 minutes have passed. Now it can be anything from 1000 to approximately 3000, anything that's comfortable for you to wait. And after that amount of time, you can start to watch the market for the crossover that I will tell you. That is the dynamic exit condition. So the dynamic exit condition is the following. We have two others moving averages, and listen carefully and in my opinion write these numbers down, because there are a lot of numbers and you have to learn them and apply them to the real markets. So our first condition is a 64 period simple moving average, and the second parameter is a 217 period simple moving average, and we can close our trade if the X minutes has passed from 1000 to 3000 minutes that you chose to your strategy to apply, and the smaller, so the blue line, the smaller simple moving average crossed above the bigger simple moving average. And as you see it here, it was just a perfect one for us. In my opinion, this is a really straightforward strategy that is good for every kind of personality, and for traders who are beginners or advanced traders. And I just want to tell you that I usually use more than more amounts of minutes to pass after the entry of the trade, and I test the strategies with my kind of taste. But I tell you 1,000 to 3,000 because I realized along the way that most traders can't really wait that long that I wait, and this trade is already really a a trade that takes patience to for you to actually be able to not close it earlier at just a random place that wouldn't benefit you at all. Now I will show you, and I just want to add one more thing before I show you the statistics and all the data, and that is that you have to use a safety stop loss here as well. I know you already know it, but it is really important, because if you don't use a safety stop loss, you have the probability to blow your account. So use a safety stop loss that is somewhere from 50 to 150 pips. And it won't be triggered too much, so don't be worried about that. Now let's see the real tick data results. Let's look at some statistics. So as you see, I ran the test. It was a long as time actually to run this test with 99.9% Dukascopy tick data with variable spread and slippage and stuff. But there are really nice trades everywhere with this strategy that I tested now. And so the statistics are really good, and therefore I will run this strategy and I will test it even further because I'm curious how it works. So we have almost 100% gain, and I have to tell you that this is just one currency pair. So if you run it on 10 currency pairs that I recommend, the best, the most stable currencies, you can calculate the results. And if you are interested in more testing in MT4 on other currencies, then just write in the comments, because I can do that. I just don't want this video to be too long. As you see, it is 99.9% and zero mismatch chart errors. Profit trades, or total profit trades, are insanely high compared to the data that the average profit trade is more than the average loss trade. So, and not just, it's almost double. That is insane compared to the data that I see here. It is better than most strategies that people advertise with 99% win rate, because those always have larger average loss trades than profit trades. And if you are familiar with some mathematics, some basic, then you know what I'm talking about in some probability theory. So our average consecutive wins are much better than our consecutive losses. That's good as well. And the largest profit trade is just so much larger than the largest loss trade. So even though we used a fairly high safety stop loss, the dynamic exit crushed it, and with the largest profit trade is a really good one. And the largest loss trade is not a huge one. It is actually quite small. The drawdown is just like 9%. That is completely good for my taste. Of course, you can adjust your lot sizes and safety stop loss if you want lower or higher risk profile. This was today's video. I hope you like these videos. I want to be better and better at making strategy videos, and So just leave a like, subscribe. It really helps my new channel, and yeah, let's see some new strategy videos. I already coded one that I will show